ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਵੈਲਕਮ, ਸਵਾਗਤ ਜਯਾ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਸਦਕਾ ਸਭ ਹੀ ਸਰਵਣ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਇੰਤਜ਼ਾਰ ਸੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੈਸਟ ਸਟੂਡੀਓ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਉਦਾਂ ਹੈ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਨਾ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ ਬੱਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਬਹਿ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਟੈਕਸੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਬਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਪਰ ਟੈਂਪੂ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਟੈਂਪੂ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਵਾਰੀਆਂ ਦਿਸਦੀਆਂ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਸਟੂਡੀਓ 'ਚ ਕੁਛ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਹੈ
ਕਾਫੀ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਹੈ yes so you might have seen a promo that's already starting to play on the Sikh channel by great fighters about the first national Punjabi boxing event that's taking place in Derby on the 28th of January. What's it all about? Well, in the studio, we're joined by Team England boxing champions Jaya, and as well as Jaya, we've got her mum, B, and the coach Edwin, and as well as that, we've got Serena. So, because there's so many of you, I nearly forgot everybody's names. But firstly, very good morning to all of you. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. Girls, firstly, what time did you have to get up to be here today?
I had to get up at like 5.
5 o'clock. What about yourself?
Probably 6.
6 o'clock. So you've had to get very, very early, but you're here for a very special reason. So we are, really grateful that you've made that journey. This first national Punjabi boxing event that's taking place. Now, there's lots of people that could have come and spoken about it, because I've been speaking to the event organisers, but they've sent you two. So how does that feel, firstly, to come here today?
Honoured. I feel honoured. I'm ready to inspire people.
Fantastic. What about yourself?
I'm very grateful to be here today. To inspire the people.
Brilliant. Mums, I'll come to you first before we start talking to the girls. Boxing, it's a sport that, a lot of parents may be nervous about putting their kids into, yet, your girls have achieved so much. How does it make you feel as parents?
I'm going to be honest, I used to be exactly the same, a girl boxing.
Yeah.
But when I see her in the ring now, I can't tell you how proud I am. Seriously, she's 13 and what she's achieved at this age is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I think more girls should take on boxing because it's not just for boys. Girls can do the same as boys. They can probably do it better. I mean, you watch these two box now, they're absolutely brilliant. So it is nerve-wracking watching them in the ring, but we are so proud.
Yeah.
Can't be any prouder,
And how do you feel when you see your daughter?
Extremely proud. I mean, she started boxing at the age of 7. And she was like just a little baby when she walked into the gym with a little bow in her hair. And look how far she's come now, and she's in the England team representing the country.
Fantastic.
Absolutely amazing for their age.
Yeah.
ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੈ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਬਾਕਸਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਹੈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਮਾਣ ਹੈ ਪ੍ਰਾਊਡ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਪੂਰਾ ਨਾਂ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਬਲਜਿੰਦਰ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਤੇ ਬੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਊਡ ਹੈ 3 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਬੱਚੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਰਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੋ ਖੇਡਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਕੋਈ ਸ਼ੌਂਕ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸੀ ਖੇਡਣ ਦਾ ਬਾਕਸਿੰਗ ਦਾ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ
ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਸਪੋਰਟਸ ਤਾਂ ਲਾਈਕ ਕਰਦੀ ਸੀ ਸਕੂਲੇ ਬਾਕਸਿੰਗ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਆਈ ਲਾਈਕ ਸਾਡੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਚੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਕੁੜੀ ਆ boxing gun Lee.
Okay.
So,
it's such, honestly, we're so proud. And when the event organisers contacted me and told me about this event, and they said that there's not enough girls coming forward, and especially from the Sikh community, it's still really, it's probably seen, come to you, the coach, I feel like, do you still think it's seen as a sport that's mainly played by boys?
Yeah, 100%.
Why do you think that is?
It must just be a male thing. I don't know. But up until we were just talking on the way over to about 20 years ago, girls weren't allowed to compete in boxing, so they're kind of opening the door themselves.
It's fantastic.
But these two are very special. Yeah, very special.
Serena, what's your favourite thing about boxing? What do you enjoy?
Probably winning, definitely, yeah. But also the banter in the gym as well. It's not just training. We do have a fun time as well.
Jay, what about yourself? What's your favourite thing about boxing?
It's probably the fitness and the fun that you can get in the gym. It's amazing.
Because again, we watch a lot of youngsters who, may not necessarily get into sports. A lot of them are sort of at home, on their phones, can't get out the house. But, you guys are out there. So if there's anybody watching, what would you say to those who may be thinking it's something that I want to maybe get into, but they're not too sure?
I mean, try it, really. Just have a go. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But, no, it's good. It's good.
It can be quite an intimidating a place to come into, especially for a female, to walk into a box gym full of boys and men in particular. But over the last 2 or 3 years, to watch these two, they've been when they first walked in, extremely quiet and maybe potentially quite shy, and now we can't shut them up.
Which is really, really good. And like you mentioned, they're representing Team England as well. That's such. I don't think you understand like how amazing that is to, you know, to be recognised for representing the country. So, what are your when it comes to boxing? Who are your sort of favourite boxers? Who inspires you? Who do you sort of look up to when you get into the ring? Have you got a favourite boxer?
I think Thomas Hearns. He's an old boxer. In terms of female boxers, I like all of them. I like Savannah Marshall, Katie Taylor. I think they're quite good.
What about yourself, Jaya?
I like Katie Taylor and Floyd Mayweather.
Wow, big boxers, big boxers. But hopefully one day we will see your names in these big arenas where, you know, you are doing these big fights. And what I want you to remember, though, no matter how big you get, no matter how famous you get, remember your debut interview was right here on the Sikh channel, and you'll come back and you will keep us updated with your progress and your journey, okay?
Of course, yeah.
So this event that's taking place in Derby, I'll come over to the coach first. Can somebody tell us a little bit more about what's happening?
To be honest, Raj would probably have a better idea about this event.
I think there's 5 children fights taking place, and there's going to be some exhibition boxing going on. Both of these 2 girls are going to be doing inspirational talks to encourage like other members of the Sikh community to take up boxing. So yeah, it's going to be absolutely fantastic, a fun day out for the family. So it's definitely worth coming down.
Definitely. So that's taking place on the 28th of January in Derby at the Kohinoor Banqueting Suite. So we can see the trailer that is being played on screen right now, and you will see this continuously being played on Sikh channel. But I know as well, B, that they are still trying to get people to take part. You know, it's a big event, and I'm sure they'll probably need volunteers and things to get involved. Can people still get in touch? And
they can still get in touch. I mean, they've got plenty of time. So obviously you've put their social media on there so they can get in touch through that. And I think everybody should get involved. I mean, especially girls. I mean, look at these 2. And hopefully they're inspiring other girls to come on, and they'll get to meet them. They can give them a bit of a pep talk, you know, that girls can do this. It's you know, not just for boys. And
and girls, coming over to you then. So what does a typical day training look like for you? Do you have to train, how many times a week would you say you go into the boxing gym? What does a typical day look like?
I think we train, what, 5 times a week?
5 times a week.
We usually start off warming up. I think it just depends, really. Warming up, we do sparring, bag work, pad work, there's loads.
Obviously they're juggling with school as well, you know, finishing school and then quickly getting ready to get to the gym. And I mean, she's so excited. She knows it's gym night tonight. And, you know, so,
They get to, I suppose, it's a way of being disciplined as well, I suppose, because, you know you have to go, you're dedicated because you know you have to go to the gym. What about your diets and stuff? Do you have to have a very strict diet, or can you have your favourite things? Can you have cheat days now and again, Jaya?
Yeah, it depends if you have a competition coming up or you have to make weight or something like that. You have to watch your diet.
Brilliant. And Coach, what is it about these girls that you say, you know, they are special and you can see something special in them? What do you see in both of these that hopefully will go even further in their boxing careers?
No, I'm quite lucky. We've got a very established and a very successful gym. One of our boxers just won Commonwealth gold. But I believe these 2, I think in the next, especially the next 4 to 6 years, they'll win Commonwealth golds and Olympic medals, and they'll be back on this sofa several times, I can imagine.
Definitely, you're not going to forget us.
No.
But like we said, संगत जी ना सानू हमेशा अपने बच्चों दी सपोर्ट करनी चाहिदी है।
बिल्कुल सही गल है कि जिवें बॉक्सिंग वास्ते इन्हां दा जनवरी दे विच डरबी दे विच जिहड़ा टूर्नामेंट हो रहा है तो बड़ी वड्डी गल है कि साडीਆਂ ਬੱਚੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਪਾਰਟਿਸਿਪੇਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੀਆਂ। ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਹੋਰ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਥੋੜੀ ਇਨਕਰੇਜਮੈਂਟ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਖੇਡਣ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਚ ਵੀ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਬੱਚੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਆਉਣ। ਬੱਚੀਆਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਘੱਟ ਹੈ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਬੱਚੀਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਪੋਰਟਸ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਬੜਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਇਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਹੈ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕੰਮ ਵੱਲ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਜੋੜਦੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਟਾਈਮ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੂਰਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇਣਾ ਪਏਗਾ ਤੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਪੋਰਟਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਣਗੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਂ ਕਮਾਉਣਗੇ ਨਾਲੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਨਾਂ ਨਾਲੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਨਾਲੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੌਮ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਾਸੇ
जो ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਅੰਕਲ like especially like male boxers ਨਾ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਸੀ ਦਿਲਨ ਚੀਮਾ ਇੰਦਰ ਬਾਸੀ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਕੇਸ ਤਾੜੀ ਸੀਗਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬਾਕਸਿੰਗ ਵਿੱਚ and you know ਉਹ ਜੋ ਜਿੱਤਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਫਲੈਗ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਗਏ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਮਾਣ ਸੀਗਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਪਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨਾ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਉਹੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਦੇਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ so we should support our girls just in the same way as we do with our male boxers and like I said this is such a fantastic achievement like I said we've got the coach here today and I want you to somehow reassure our viewers that, you know, putting your kids into a sport like boxing, a lot of them will think, you know, it's not a safe sport because you're getting punched, you're getting, you know, hit. It can be quite scary. What would you say to those parents? Like, how do you train these girls to know, you know what, you need to obviously protect yourselves whilst you're in the boxing ring. How do you do that?
Well, we do a form of what body sparring rather than head contact. So we allow the kids to develop first and just get used to the environment of the gym, and then when they're ready, they have to show us they're ready, and we won't put them in to compete unless they're 100% ready. But with these two in particular, they kind of broke the barrier in the gym. So going forwards, these two I think will be. We've got now probably about 13, 14 other girls that have attended the gym, possibly because of these two. So they've broken the barrier for us and myself as well. I'm a male and I'm in a male sport, and I've got a daughter the same age as these two, and I'm a little bit apprehensive because of they're a female. So they've opened my eyes and broke barriers for myself as well.
Fantastic, girls. Why do you think girls aren't coming forward? And if there's any girls watching you today. How would you encourage them to sort of get involved?
Well, I don't think many girls join. I think it's mostly a male-dominant sport. I mean, now there's loads of girls joining. Now there's loads of girls boxing. But I mean, just try it. Like I said, if you don't like it, you don't like it. But it's all experience.
Jaya, what would you say to so many girls that are watching you today?
Yeah, you should just try the sport, see if you like it, and yeah.
So when you come into the ring, when you go into box. How do you feel when you step into that boxing ring when you're about to sort of spar with somebody? How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's training-wise. I mean, yeah, I just think about.
Like, for example, I would say if you're going in for a fight, how do you feel stepping in the ring? Or
confident. That's why I have to feel confident. Just ready to let my inner beast out.
Wow. And mums, how does it make you feel watching your daughter in the ring at that time, knowing, you know, what's about to happen? Because we've had boxers on here before where the parents have said, especially the mums, they always say, you know what, when it comes to the fights, we don't attend. Like, the dads are usually there, mums are like, you know, we don't want to see it. So, you know, have you been there nearby and seen that, you know, they're about to get punched?
I think I've watched. She's had about 8 fights now, and I've seen every single fight, and it doesn't change. It doesn't get easier. It is nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But that proud moment then takes over. That's my child in there.
Yeah.
ਜਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਡੈਡ ਵੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਖਿਆਲ ਜੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਹੱਥ ਚ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਇਹਨੇ ਬਾਕਸਿੰਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਿਖਾਉਣੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਡਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਪਰ ਇਹਦਾ ਡੈਡੀ ਹੀ ਪੁਸ਼ਸ her and he's so proud and I think ਉਹਨੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪੁਸ਼ ਕੀਤਾ you know Serena you can do this so he takes ਜਿੱਥੇ ਹੁਣ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਥਾਵਾਂ ਤੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ and you know he's the driver
ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਫਿਰ
ਬਹੁਤ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ
And I can see both of you are wearing your medals. Can you tell me a little bit about the medals that you've got on there, Jaya?
Yeah, so this is my national medal that I won last year, I think, yeah.
Last year?
Yeah.
So where do you keep that? Do you just wear it around all the time? Because that's what I would do.
No, I keep it in my medals cupboard.
Medals cupboard.
Yeah.
And about yourself, Serena?
This is a silver medal. It's from the Europeans in, I think it was in August.
So just August gone.
Yeah. And yeah, it was for the Europeans. I got robbed in the final to get that in.
So how? I was going to say, so how do your friends at school? How do they feel when they know, like, you know, what you've represented Team England? Like, your teachers and your friends must be super proud of you.
Yeah, they are. They tell me all the time how proud they are of me.
well, if you want to follow their journeys, can you just tell me their Instagram accounts, just for anybody that's watching that may want to follow?
Now you're asking.
Okay, what you can do, if you follow Great Fighters on Instagram, their pages will link off from there, and you can keep up to date with their journeys. Like we said, it's so important for us to encourage and show that support for our girls, because, you know, like I said, it's such a fantastic achievement that they've got, and we need to continue that, and hopefully, like I said, they will do bigger things, and they'll be back here on Sikh channel to share their
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਦੂਸਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਕਰਾਂਗਾ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਜੋ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ, ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਵਧਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਬਹੁਤ, ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਨਾ ਸਿੱਖੀ 'ਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਕਮਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਫਲੈਗ ਦਿਖਾਇਆ ਸੀ, ਉਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਾਊਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ।
That's such a good idea, Uncle Ji, ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ, ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਡਰਬੀ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਹਾਂ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ,
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਇੱਕ ਬੱਚੀਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ। ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੋ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਪੋਰਟਸ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਹੈਲਥ ਵੀ ਠੀਕ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਬਿਮਾਰ ਕਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ। ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ
ਤਾਂ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਘਰ ਬੈਠੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ, like you said, on the phones, but they're in the gym training. So I'd rather have it that way than kids not do anything, you know.
I was going to say, I think it's really difficult for parents to even try and get their kids away from technology. And a lot of times what we see is parents, you know, they'll be busy at work, kids will be busy at school. When they come home, even the parents are on their gadgets, catching up on things. And, you know, you can go into a living room or a family home and everybody's just on these devices. So, you know, we've been talking about Mental Health Awareness Week this week as well. And, you know, I think young children really are struggling so much more because of social media. Whereas, you know, when these girls have got something to focus on, they know when they come home from school, they've got that gym where they can take that sort of pressure out and, you know, feeling good. So I think it's something that, you know, we should encourage our youngsters to definitely get more involved in. We've got a couple of minutes left for the interview. So we do obviously want to talk about a little bit more about the event. So it's taking place on the 28th of January, and it's at the Kohinoor Banquet in Derby. Now, is there any charges for tickets or prices, do you know, or is it going to be a free event for everybody?
I think in the morning when they do the inspirational talks, that's free of charge. And then in the evening they're charging, is it 25 or?
£25 a ticket.
To get in. I mean, it's going to be a fun event, and I think
I was going to say it's the first.
The more people get involved, bigger it'll be.
It's the first national Punjabi boxing event, which. Edwin, will you also be there?
I'm gonna try and get there. I'll be there and probably do a little bit of an exhibition with the girls. But once they go to those events, now this is my punt for our boxing. Then they should go and join an England boxing club. Which these two are at, which is where we're affiliated to.
Okay.
And that's
so where's your gym based?
Mine's in Leamington Spa. We've got, I think there's 5 boxing gyms in Leamington Spa. There's 2 at the Temple as well.
There's a few Asians.
What's the names of the gyms?
One's Leamington Community Amateur Boxing Club, the other one's Fitzpatrick's. Amateur Boxing. They're both at the Temple, which is when we're about maybe 100 yards from there. So we're all based around the temple in Leamington.
Fantastic. As well as that, if you would like to volunteer or if you would like to support the event, then by all means please do either reach out to the Sikh channel, or like we mentioned, you will see their promos with the contact details and links to their social media accounts where you can reach out to them directly, because as always when it comes to events like this, you always need volunteers and sevadars to get involved. But it's like I said, it's the first time this event's happening and we need your support, because if this is a big event, then who knows, next time it can be even bigger in bigger cities as well. So all the time, like ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਅੰਕਲ ਜੀ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਆ, and ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਗਾਂ ਵਧਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ।
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਡਰਬੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ, ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀ, ਸਪੋਰਟਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਗਏ ਸੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਜਿੰਮ ਵੀ ਬਣਾਈ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਾਂਗਾ, ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਕਰਾਂਗਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ, ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਜਥੇਬੰਦੀਆਂ ਖਾਸ ਡਰਬੀ ਦੀਆਂ, ਤੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਪੂਰਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨੂੰ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਦਿਓ, ਤੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਇਹ ਈਵੈਂਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਰਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਵਧੀਆ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਰੋ, ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਈਵੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕ ਹੈ, ਬੱਚੇ ਬੱਚੀਆਂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਜਾਂ ਵਧਣ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਪ੍ਰੇਰਨਾ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਔਰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਨਗੇ, ਔਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਨਾ ਵਾਲੀਬਾਲ ਦੀ ਟੀਮ, ਡਰਬੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ, ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਜਿਮ ਬਣਾਈ, ਉੱਥੇ ਖਿਡਾਉਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ, ਤੇ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਫਸਟ ਟਾਈਮ ਜਦੋਂ ਗਏ ਖੇਡਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਨਾ, ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਖੇਡੇ, ਤੇ ਸੈਕੰਡ ਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਚੇ ਆਏ ਇਥੋਂ ਡਰਬੀ ਦੇ, ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੈਰਾਨ ਸੀ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਲੱਬ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕਈ ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ, ਇੱਕ ਨਵਾਂ ਕਲੱਬ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਸੈਕੰਡ ਜਾ ਗਿਆ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਤੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ, yes. So we've got a final couple of minutes. I'm going to ask one final question to each and every one of you. And if you look into this camera and give your final sort of message. So to yourself first, it's why should the Sikh community come forward and firstly support this event?
I mean, I think, like you said, it's the biggest event for Sikh community, and I think everybody should come forward and support our youngsters. You know, kids needs to come forward. Parents need to support their kids. Yeah, and come and join us. Come and join the fun, and it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a fun-filled day, I think, for everybody. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. The girls are excited. So yeah, come and join us on the 28th.
Raj, what would you like to say? Final thoughts?
It's going to be an absolutely fantastic day. The 2 girls are going to be there doing their inspirational talk, so it'd be absolutely fantastic if you guys can make it.
Edwin, final thoughts from yourself?
Yeah, well, I'm going to be there doing a demonstration with the two girls, so that'll be a showstopper for us, won't it?
I was told that you've been learning a bit of Punjabi for today's show.
I've been trying. I've got.
Did you mention anything?
No, I didn't.
Don't worry, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to test you.
No, I got Ekdor Den for the pads, but
okay,
there was no space for the pads, so that's as far as I got.
Fantastic. Girls, final thoughts from you. Mainly if there's any youngsters watching, what would you like to say? Because we know you're doing your motivational speech on the day, so don't want to give too much away because we want people to come along to the event.
Yeah.
But what would you like to say? Jaya, we'll come to you first.
You should definitely try the sport of boxing, and it'll be fun on that day when we go out.
Thank you. Serena?
Yeah, exactly the same. Have a go. Like, look at me and Jaya. Look how far we've gotten. Yeah.
Fantastic. And like we said, when you get bigger, you're not going to forget that this is where you came first, and you're going to come back and tell us about your experience and your journey. But like I said, please do get involved. The promo has been playing all day on Sikh Channel, and you will see it continuously up until the day of the event, which is the 28th of January 2023. There's still time for you guys to get involved. But like I said, the main thing is we need you to support the event so we can make it successful. Alangoji.
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਜੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਵੀ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਸਾਰੇ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਵੀ ਕਰੋ ਔਰ ਦੁਆਵਾਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਬੱਚੀਆਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਣ। ਅੱਜ ਸਕਾਈ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਿੱਖ ਚੈਨਲ ਤੇ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਟਾਈਮ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਣ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊ ਕਰੀਏ। ਇਹ ਸਾਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੇਰਣਾ ਬੱਚੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।